Welcome back, everyone. Hope your Tuesday's going good. Today we're going to rip into 4 packs of 1990 Maxx Racing. Wanted to let you know I've got some cards coming in. I did do an order on Blowout the other morning. I guess it was yesterday morning. So hopefully that'll be here in a few days. And I know I've got a shipment coming in from Danny. Looking forward to getting to that one. He had an awesome sale on Saturday night, if you get a chance. It's about 4 hours long, but go over there on Danny and Gray's Cards and Toys. Check out the auction that he had, or not really an auction, a sale, where he just had fixed prices on stuff. If you were interested in it, you were the first person that said, hey, I want that, then you were the person that got that. So I got a lot of great items coming in. But anyway, before we get ripping into those packs, one other item. I believe it was over on maybe Tim Mosey's channel. I believe he was the one, because I did share with him, I messaged him with this yesterday. The 1996 Racer's Choice card, this one right here, a Ward Burton Rockingham winner. Yes, that is Jeb Burton on the front of that. So I reached out to Jeb on Twitter. I took a picture of the card and asked him if that was him front and center. He did reply with kind of like a, yeah, I'm a good-looking kid or something like that. So very cool that he did reply to that. So there's a good look at a very, very young Jeb Burton. His first appearance, as far as we know, on a trading card. So I may just start like a collection of cards where drivers are making their first appearances. I've got those Harvick somewhere with Keelan on there. Of course, we got the Chase, and then we got the Jeb with Ward Burton there. So very cool. I may just start doing a separate collection of all those, because I think that's a unique thing with racing, that they do have a lot of their children with them, so it kind of adds to it, especially when they do end up driving. So without further ado, we're going to move forward here with our 4-pack rip of 1990 Maxx. Nothing to see on the back. Definitely kind of difficult to read, but you send your name and address for a free sample of NASCAR Scene magazine, or newspaper, I should say. They did have a sister publication that was a magazine, NASCAR Illustrated, at the time Winston Cup Illustrated, but all those publications were really, really great publications. If you ever have the opportunity to buy any of them on eBay or any platform, do it. They're really good, very well written products with a lot of great articles, great pictures, great facts, and everything. Well, starting off, we got Rick Hendrick with a City Chevrolet hat. Of course, this would have been about the time Days of Thunder. There you see Dr. Jerry Punch kind of peeking in the picture there. So my guess, this would probably have been a Days of Thunder set, or something that they were filming for Days of Thunder. Hard to say. Brad Teague, longtime Xfinity Series, Busch Series driver, if you will, made a few Cup starts sporadically in the 80s and 90s. Harry Melling, former car owner, passed away, I want to say, early 2000s. Son Mark Melling took over the team, but the team did eventually fold. Gary Nelson, longtime crew chief, turned NASCAR official in the early 90s. Here he was crew chief for Kyle Petty. Kenny Bernstein, drag racer, turned, well, I don't want to say he turned to be a NASCAR owner. He became a NASCAR owner while he drag raced. Owned the number 26 Quaker State car. Larry McClure, co-owner of Morgan McClure Racing. Rod Osterland. Rod was the owner of Dale Earnhardt's first championship-winning effort in 1980. Buddy Baker, 19 Cup Series wins. Chuck Bound, 1990 Busch Series champion. And this is the corrected card. Did we pull the error card? Because the error says Chuck Brown, but his name is Bound, so that is the corrected version. Dan Ford, don't know much about Mr. Ford, but we'll go ahead and move on. Got Ken Thompson, looks like he was some kind of engineer or fabricator or something with Hendrick Motorsports. Fabricator, it says on the back. Robert G., this is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s grandfather. Robert G. was Brenda G.'s mom. Brenda, of course, is Dale Jr.'s mom. She did pass away a year or so ago, I believe. There's Norman Koshimishu. He sadly also has passed away. He was a longtime gas man for Rusty Wallace, later for Davey Allison. Junior Johnson, longtime car owner, and Chuck Ryder. You know, despite, I guess I have to realize these cards are 30 years old, 32 years old. So these guys, if they were 50 years old then, they'd be 82 now if they were alive. So it's sad to think a lot of these guys have passed, but at the same time, just exactly how old they would be if they were still around. So we start off with the checklist, not much to see or say about there. James Luter, not sure if Mr. Luter is still alive. I believe he was also a fabricator. Machinist for, I want to say Hendrick. I'm trying to see what that says. It's hard to say. Reading the back of it. Looks like maybe Robert Yates. I should have known that. There's Barry Dodson. Shawna Robinson. I believe that is her rookie card because I don't remember her being in the 89 set. So we did get a nice rookie there with Shawna. I do have a TTM out for her, so hopefully I'll be getting that soon. L.D. Ottinger, longtime Busch Series driver. Robert Yates. Of course, Robert did pass away a few years ago, as did Bud Moore. Jack Pennington, runner-up for 1990 Cup Series Rookie of the Year, driving for Derek Close. That's what Close Racing is. Derek Close was the car owner. Patty Moise, wife of NASCAR official Elton Sawyer. Both of them were the first husband and wife to race in the Busch Series together. 1993 Busch Series champion Steve Grissom. Dick Beatty, former NASCAR director of competition, I believe he was. Sears Point, race number 12. So this would have been from, it says 1989, so it would have been Rusty Wallace winning that race. I'm sorry, it was Ricky Rudd. Rusty won in 1990. I forgot about that. Buddy Parrott. He was crew chief for Derek Cope at that time. Ben Hess, kind of a ARCA driver during this period of time. I know him and his dad, Homer Hess, did get into some trouble. I believe with money laundering was what happened about this time, but I really don't remember everything. And there's Butch Mock, one half of the Raymock ownership. Go to pack number 3, moving right along here. Of course, there's no inserts in this. No relics, no hits, no etc. We have another Shawna Robinson rookie. I'll take that. And I really like the design on these cards. It just kind of shows you what the 90s was all about with that neon and that real flashy. But it's also a simple design, too. It doesn't get real crazy. So we're going to have a few repeats here. And we're going to go through those real quick, kind of rapid-fire style, as we've already seen those. But then we're going to get to a card here that we haven't yet seen. I know we've seen Pennington, Bud Moore, and then Jack Ingram. Okay, so haven't seen Jack Ingram yet. Of course, Jack passed away last year. Former two-time Busch Series champion. Benny Parsons, 1973 Cup Series champion, 1975 Daytona 500 winner. Longtime broadcaster for ESPN, ABC, and later NBC. Jack Arute. Got a TTM from him last year. Jack occasionally shows up on Sirius XM, filling in for Dave Moody or some of the other personalities there. Long time work with MRN Radio, as well as ABC, NBC, all the major networks, ESPN, with IndyCar, NHRA, NASCAR, all the sanctioning bodies. Eli Gold, who I believe just does Alabama football now. He did work with MRN for a long time, later TNN, and then when the new TV deal came through, he was just he went back to MRN for a while, and then he left. Race number 5, 1989. This would be the Trans-South 500 at Darlington. Harry Gant snapped a 90-race winless streak dating back to September of 85 at North Wilkesboro. It was a really good race. They had a huge scoring snafu near the end. It's a really good race to watch. Race number 29, Rusty Wallace won the championship in this race. Sadly, Grant Adcox was killed in this race. There you see Dale Earnhardt making a brief appearance in a picture. So shout out to Beans Card Blog. I know he's an Earnhardt collector, so you may have to look for this card for your collection. I know it's a Rusty card. Dale did win the race. Rusty wins the title, but again, a cameo by Dale in this. And also, if you go back and watch this race, Kenny Wallace, I talked about this on the Scene Vault podcast. Kenny was in the pits for Rusty during this race. Very cold, unseasonably cool for that particular day down there. And Kenny Wallace had to borrow a jacket from somebody. It was an LA Dodgers jacket. Kenny is a huge St. Louis Cardinals fan, so everybody just got a big kick out of that. And this is race 22, Miller High Life 400 at Richmond. Rusty won this race. This race, temperature-wise, was opposite of that Atlanta race. This race was super hot. Drivers were just they weren't dropping like flies, as they say, but the drivers were beat afterwards. Had a huge crash mid-race with Rick Wilson and Butch Miller. Butch Miller spun. Rick Wilson had lost his brakes. Ran in the back of Butch Miller. Created a huge fireball. Kind of one of those forgotten crashes, but it's out there. Race number 17. Pepsi 400 at Daytona. This race was a crash fest. Go back and watch this race. Very exciting race. There you see Dale Jarrett, Terry Labonte, Mark Martin, DW, and Davey Allison. Davey did win this race. This was the race that NASCAR, after this race, created a rule. At that point in time, you could only pass, or during this race and prior to this race, you could pass anywhere at any time prior to the start line on a restart. And this race had some super wild restarts, cars coming across the line 4, 5, 6 abreast going into turn 1. Very, very crazy. After that race, NASCAR said on restarts you could only pass to the right. So if you watch single file restart races, that's why the cars were all the way up to the wall, because of this race right here. That's the race that started it. 1989 Pocono Race. I don't remember much about this one. This has to be the Summer 500. Elliott won it. Just see what they say there. This may have been the race that Greg Saxon Lake Speed had that horrible crash in turn 1. Yeah, it would be, because they did not do that crash in the June race. Dover, spring 1989. Dale Earnhardt just manhandled the field there. Very, very strong win. Seen Buddy Parrott a few minutes ago. Ben Hess mentioned him briefly. Butch Mock, he was the last card in that previous pack. Race number 4, Richmond. This race, as you can see, was snowed out. Originally scheduled to be the second race of the year in 1989. It was snowed out. Became race number 4 on the schedule for the season. I'm trying to think who won. Rusty won this one as well, because he swept both races as Richmond. But bigger, noteworthy part about this race, Richard Petty did not qualify for this race. That was the first race in 513 straight races, dating all the way back to Georgia. I can't remember what track in Georgia. Might have been... I'm drawing a blank on the track in Georgia, and I apologize. But 1971, that was the last race prior to this one that Richard Petty failed to qualify for. There may have been a couple that he did not attempt to qualify, but that was the first one that he did not qualify for. 1989 World 600. Not a lot to talk about that race. DW won his 5th World 600 victory, Coke 600 victory. The previous week, him and Rusty had a tangle in the Winston All-Star race. There's Darrell Waltrip driving for Rick Hendrick in 1990. Ernie Irvan driving for DK Ulrich. Of course, this picture's from 1989. 1990, he would start the year for Junie Donlevy and end up driving for Morgan McClure. Mark Martin. Stroh's Light sponsorship in 89. He had the Folgers colors in 1990. Jeff Beaudine. We're getting to some good cards here. 1990, he'd drive for Junior Johnson. Larry Pearson drove for his dad's team in 89, finished second or third in Rookie of the Year points, because Dick Trickle won, Hut Strickland was second in rookie points. Larry Pearson ended up third in rookie points. Rob Moroso, we all know kind of the story about him, so we won't talk a lot about him, but he is the 1989 Busch Series champion, 1990 Cup Series Rookie of the Year. And our final card of the day, Brett Beaudine, who has that one win in 1990 at North Wilkesboro. This picture's from 1989. There you see Ken Schrader. Brett was driving for Bud Moore in 1989. And kind of funny, they are at North Wilkesboro. So the irony of that photo. So there's Brett's career stats up till the end of 1989. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little bit of NASCAR history. Apologize that I can't remember the race that Richard Petty did not qualify for in 1971. All I can remember, it was in Georgia. I'll have to go back and look at that one. That bothers me that I can't remember that fact. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Hoping to get some cards in the mail next couple of days, so we'll have some new stuff to rip. Like I say, I got the cards and purchases that I had from Danny on Saturday. Looking forward to those. So as always, thanks again, Danny. Always enjoy being involved with your stuff. And we had a great time last night as well with our 3 Loose Lug Nuts podcast. I guess it was for a bit of the show, it was 2 loose lug nuts and 1 missing lug nut. But we ended up getting a good show in last night, so go over there and check that out as well. It's about an hour long. That's what we do on Mondays. We have a little fun talking about all the races. But anyway, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Come back and see us for more. Really, really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you again tomorrow.